Hey peeps, so I am back with another video, and this time it is going to be a story time. So this is my third story time. If you missed the other two, make sure you watch them after this video. They're not super long or anything like that, so just get into some memories with me and have a laugh or two. So this time it's not going to be a fighting video because both the other two were low-key like some drama fighting videos or like, you know, violent videos. This time it's just a random story from my life that literally just was a random situation. So I went to Ohio University. If you didn't know, Bobcats, of course. So OU, oh yeah. So yes, I am an alumni. I'm an alumni. I literally, the first time I went back to OU after graduating, I kept going through the streets on the bricks or whatever, and I was just like but yes, I am an alumni, or I think they said that you can't say alumni because that means plural. I'm an alumna, I'm an alumnus, or something like that. Whatever. I graduated, boo-boo, period. Before I graduated, when I was still on campus, I think it was technically my senior year, so it was 2014, 2015. So it was spring 2015. Some of my friends invited me to go to this festival, but the festival was like $50 at that point. So they had some like sales earlier that were cheaper, but at the point that I was asked to go, it was like $50. And being the broke college student that I was, I did not have $50, and I already knew that nobody in my family was going to give me $50 just to go to a festival. So my friends told me, oh, the previous year they had snuck into the festival and it was super easy and like it would be fine. We're just gonna sneak in. It's gonna be cool. Okay, cool. So I'm like, all right, it sounds easy peasy, let's do it. So first of all, let's not even talk about all the issues to even get to the festival grounds. Let's not even talk about that, because that was a whole ordeal in itself, getting there and getting back. Like, I think to get back from there, we ended up walking, but there were so many people walking back that it really wasn't that much of a drag. But once we finally got to the like festival grounds, we tried to sneak in the normal way, but they started telling us, like one of the guys we were with, he started saying, well, oh, it seems like they have increased security and increased the police since last year, because I guess they realized last year when they snuck in that so many people had snuck in that they needed to increase their security. So the way that he thought that we were going to be able to sneak in, there were literally police officers just patrolling up and down that area. So we literally could not go that way. We would have automatically got caught like off rip. So why did he try to go that way? And he like went through the woods though, and somehow he just left us. He just vanished and we couldn't catch up with him. So we were just like, what? So now we're just on our own to figure out how to sneak in. At that point, one of the girls just got so mad that she started like walking off, and she was like, I'm leaving, I'm not doing it anymore, da 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 da. And so I went over to her to try and calm her down. So I really just tried to talk her through like all of her anger. I didn't want to move on without her and just leave her to have to walk back, and it just, getting there was just a lot. So I was like, I don't want her to have to walk back on her own and then us leave her and then get in and have this grand old time, and now she doesn't get to enjoy it with us. So I just tried to, like, you know, talk her through like everything that was going on and just calm her down, and I was able to calm her down. So at that point we met back up with the group and we had to cultivate a plan. So pretty much near the festival grounds there was like this barnyard type of building thing, and then there was hay, and so we had to go behind the barnyard thing, and we were crawling like little soldiers across the field. So then there was a field behind it, and then there was woods behind the field, and we had to crawl like little soldiers, and we had to, like, you know, tell each other when the police were coming, and so then the next person could go when the police weren't looking or weren't there, because they were like just patrolling that whole area. So we had to like only move when they weren't able to see us, and we were hoping that there weren't security cameras around this little barn situation. It was a whole lot, y'all, like a whole lot over this little $50 festival. And then let me tell, once I get to the end, I'm gonna tell y'all what makes it even worse, because we didn't even have to do all that, and I'm gonna tell y'all why at the end. So pretty much we end up getting across the field, you know, crawling like soldiers and running and scurrying and bending down and all that type of stuff. We get to the woods. So we in the woods, and first of all, let me tell you, you know, based on all the scary movies, all that type of stuff, it's just like a thing. Like, black people don't do woods, and I've always been a proponent of that. Like, black people don't do woods, which means me, AmberCharmayne, as a black person, does not do woods. I don't go to the woods. I don't want to be in the woods. I barely want to go camping, okay? Because I don't do woods. Like, that's how you get cut up and chopped up and never found. I'm telling you this. It's not okay. So I was like, dang, we in the woods. But I was like, at least all of us are together, you know? It's cool. It's fine, right? Why does the woods, it's not just woods, y'all, it's not just woods with grass and ground and leaves and twigs and things like that. Why is there this, we are walking, and at some point there's this little river, or not a river, but it's a little, what's a stream. It's like a little stream of water. It's small, it's not deep at all. Like, you step in it and like that's the most of the water is like your foot. But it was just like, why? But not only was there a stream right there, but there were all these thorns. There were all these twigs with thorns all over them. And one of the girls we were with, she got cut up. She was bleeding. It was a lot. And I got scratched, but I wasn't really bleeding. So we passed that little stream, and we are walking and walking. At some point, we get in contact, because mind you, it's a festival. So what happens in large crowds and when there's festivals and big events, you lose service to your phone. So we were trying to get back in contact with the dude that left us. Mind you, his girlfriend was a part of the group. She was mad off rip also, but she wasn't as mad as that other girl who like wanted to leave, but she was mad. And I mean, she really didn't express it too much, but you could tell she was upset, and it was just a lot going on. And we could not get in contact with him. We kept trying to get in contact with him. We kept losing service. He kept talking to other people. It was a whole lot going on, y'all. It was too much. So we could not really get in contact with him. Finally, we did, though, at the point that we actually made it to, or almost made it to, where we needed to be. So he met us on the other side. So we're on this side. He's in the festival on this side. Now, you're gonna ask yourself, well, you're saying that there's two sides, so how do you get to the other side? That is the biggest problem of this whole story, is how do you get to the other side? So we finally get to like this dead end, and we have to walk down because there were still police patrolling up right there. So we had to go further back. Well, the further you go back, you see that there is an actual like river. It's actually big, like a big chunk of land that has a dip in it where water is flowing, okay? Flowing. And how do you expect us to get over this body of water that is just flowing, and it's this wide area where you could just, you know, drown and die, especially if you can't swim, like me. Amber can't swim. So there was a log, a tree trunk that had fell over to the other side, and the river is below the tree trunk. But we're on this side, outside of the festival, and everybody else is on this side in the festival. So everybody's like, we're gonna have to walk over the log. I'm like, huh? I'm like, what? Excuse me? What are we talking about? Absolutely not. Like, what? Y'all, this is not what I signed up for that day. That was not what I signed for up for at all. Like, he said it was gonna be easy peasy, we're gonna get in, we're having a good time, it's gonna be great. It wasn't great. Well, I mean, it was great after the fact. Well, it was okay. It wasn't that great, but like, what? I'm sitting here just thinking, I do not want to walk across this log. I do not know how to swim. Like, what if I slip? What if I fall? I'm just like, oh my God. So I made everybody else go before me, of course. And everybody made it across. The one girl that was bleeding from the thorns, she like really wasn't balancing too well. And I was like, hey, I told one of the other people, we're gonna have to come back and help her get across this log, because we cannot fall in. It's already bad enough that we're sneaking in. Now, if we have to call the police to help us from dying because we were trying to sneak in, that's a whole nother issue. Okay? A problem. And then it was my turn. Jesus, it was my turn, y'all. Oh my Lord, I was not prepared and I was not ready. But then I finally said to myself, not to anybody else, but to myself, I said, okay, everybody done walk across this log, so I'm on this other end, not in the festival, by myself now. So if I decide that I don't want to go across this log, I'm gonna have to walk through these woods by myself. Now, what did I tell y'all? I don't do the woods. I am Black and I don't do woods. So ultimately, I had to go across this log because I could not be by myself in the woods, and it definitely was going to start getting dark sooner or later. So I just, you know, went as fast as I possibly could across the log so I would not leave any time for missteps. And as soon as I got across the log, the dude that already had got in, who left us, he was helping to pull us up. And also everybody else that had now got across was helping to pull everybody up, because the log was like down here, but like the actual ground was like up here. So you had to reach down and pull the person up to actually get on the festival grounds. And that is my story about how I snuck into 12, it was 12 Fest or 13 Fest. So yeah, that is my story about how I snuck in. And thankfully, Lord Jesus, I made it, because I was so scared, and I will never, ever, 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 ever do something like that again. Okay, that's why you gotta get your coins up. Oh, I have to tell y'all, so we really didn't have to do any of that. Y'all want to know why? Because they had done like electronic purchases, and so you know how, I don't know exactly what they use, but pretty much the same, you know, type of thing as far as scanning those little QR codes. Imagine it was that. So people had like their little QR code or something, and they had like these machines where they were supposed to scan it. Why did all their machines break? And so they couldn't verify who needed to get in and who didn't. So people just were walking in. They just were like, forget it, and let people in. So I know a couple people that did not pay for tickets that got into the festival. And I'm just like, wow, we really went through all that and we didn't even need to. Wait, excuse me? Explanations are needed, period. But yeah, that is my little story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know if y'all done anything crazy like that before. Let me know about that. And of course, I need y'all to subscribe, comment, and like, and most importantly, share this video on all social platforms. And if you do like a screenshot or a video recording for Instagram, make sure you tag me, AmberCharmayne, and I will repost you and forever be so grateful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.